Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So now you have no
Hello.
sound. So now you have no sound.
No, I can. I have sound now.
Okay, I was gonna say because yeah, sometimes the sound goes through the HDMI for to go to your monitor if or TV if you happen to have speakers on it. But most monitors don't have speakers, so it's usually not an issue.
No, I have my headset,
Uh
and the
huh.
other one doesn't have a speaker or anything attached to it because I don't want to have to hear it in the background. But I don't know if I did it properly. Even though I can extend it, like I could put my Twitch screen on the other screen,
Uh
and
huh.
then I have my playing screen on this screen. But I don't know because I can still hear myself from the other monitor in my ear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you get feedback from the
Yeah, even though it doesn't have a
feedback from
speaker.
the. No, but it's sending the. How's it doing that? Um,
I don't
you
know.
might have something called HDMI sound or DisplayPort sound, and if you mute them, well, no, that wouldn't work either. I don't know. What I'm assuming is happening is the sound is coming from that program. So actually, if you went, are though, does it ding or something when someone messages you? Do you need to hear it?
No, 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 no. Like, okay,
Because I'm
okay.
assuming what happening is because the other program,
So
because the program's
what I'm
running.
doing is that I have the other monitor. I have the other thing.
Uh
Um,
huh.
I have the game playing on Twitch on the other monitor. So what I did was I lowered the volume on that completely, so it's muted.
Right, that's what you would do because it has something to do with the program that
Yeah, I have
you're
no idea
running.
what that's all about because I don't really know.
Right, you could ask Dan on how to mute that sound from coming back because I'm sure it has something to do with that particular program that you're using.
Yeah, so I have it working. You don't understand the mission. Okay?
Uh huh, I do.
You have no idea the mission.
I do. I do. I was on a mission today and I've almost 99% accomplished part of the mission.
I had to.
Yep,
I went back. I swear to God, that lady in and Best Buy must know me by name now because
I
it's
understand.
like I went and then it turned out that my uh original screen does not have uh display ports. It's another HDMI, so it has VGA and two HDMI ports.
Ah.
So after buying the port, I had to take both of them back. And then I had to buy one again because what I did was I bought then a HDMI port to display port and then the other one is the VGA to HDMI. So the screen that I have that's old, that's an Acer, it's an old tiny it's a small little monitor, but for what I need it, it serves the purpose.
Right, and that won't have any
That one
sound on
goes
it.
yeah, because it doesn't have any speakers or anything. It's just
Right.
a
Well,
monitor.
VGA doesn't carry sound. So, but so okay.
So, anyways, that monitor doesn't have any speakers. Anyways, it's just a monitor. It has no speakers, no nothing. So that one is connected to the HDMI, and then my monitor, which is an HDMI, I converted that onto a port. So that's that.
And you got it all working, so I'm
I got it all
impressed.
working, which was kind of a
Hey,
pain
I'm impressed.
because
Good job.
I got it working, but it was a pain. Let me tell you, I
Hey,
because I didn't know how to do it, and I was like, how do I get this monitor? Because you have to detect the monitors, but the monitors, even though you could see them, they weren't they weren't being detected. So I just kept playing with like okay, monitor one, but then everything would go to that one monitor, and then the other one would shut down, and then vice versa. So I was like, okay, so I opened up another screen, and then I don't know, I did something there, and then all of a sudden it was like I could drag and drop onto the other monitor. I was like, okay, so the way this works is that you can't just go to this monitor and open whatever. Oh yeah, and then I had it like mimic the other one, so I was like, okay, this is not how you do it. So because you could go onto the other monitor, but it's just a reflection of the first monitor, so it was just a duplicate. So I was like, okay, what the hell am I doing wrong? So then I pressed this. I was like, okay, let's see what this does. So when I pressed it, I was like, okay, let's see. So when I did that, I kind of like I dragged and dropped the Twitch over to the other one. I took it out of my um out of my bar, my search bar, and I dragged it onto the other one. And I was like, oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. And I was like, okay, now let's see if it works. So then I got on the game. And now that I did it and I'm on the game, and now I gotta get off because I gotta go feed I gotta go feed Jazz because it's getting late and she's
I,
got school tomorrow and it's gonna be 8:30.
you're kidding me. It's already that late.
Yeah, it's 8:28. So I need to feed her, and
I
then I'm not gonna eat until later on because I think I'm just gonna eat. I feel like eating rice and eggs today, so I'm gonna have fried
well,
eggs and rice because that's what I feel like eating today. That's what I'm eating today. But I need to
also
get Jazz some dinner because she needs to go to bed. She has to
mine's
be in
gonna
bed
be
in like about an hour.
mine's gonna be up in just a few minutes. So as soon as I eat my dinner, I will play. But and
So
it's just
yeah.
tacos, so it won't be all that hard. But I don't want cold tacos. So
So then to
Charlie
go
was
onto
cooking.
the other monitor, I have to like kind of hit like Windows and then go into the other monitor, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't
So
it just for?
there's gotta be a way to do it without having to hit the Windows key, but I don't know,
I
maybe.
don't think so because you're locked into the game. But I thought you were just. I thought it was just so you could visualize Twitter.
It is. It's only for me to visualize. It's only for me to visualize
Oh, but you have to alt
Twitch.
you have to alt tab to the
No,
other
you can
application
just
in
you
the
just don't have to. You just hit Windows and then it takes you into the window. It takes you out of the game, and I can just scroll my mouse onto that monitor, and then if anybody like says anything, I could see it, but I can also answer them. Which before I couldn't do that because I had no idea because, like I said, the other program, even though people are like, oh, it's in beta, it's not that great, blah blah blah. Uh, it is really it is good,
I
but
don't care what program you use.
the thing
I don't
was
do
that
it.
I
So.
don't know why I was getting echo feedback. So I removed it and got the OBS. But the OBS is a lot harder. The other one is a
Yeah,
lot easier because everything is right there. So it does everything for you. This one you have to create everything like off the scratch, and then you
right.
can't even see. Like you don't see anything. Like if people are talking to you, unless you have another monitor to see, you're not gonna see because it doesn't show up. Whereas on the other program from Twitch, it does show up on your monitor when you're playing. It shows up in a corner because you said it. Oh, I want chats here. I want my camera down here. So you set it up. So when people are talking to you, you can actually see it on your monitor. You don't have to have a separate monitor. But I don't know how to play with that, and I didn't know how to get rid of the feedback, and nobody knew how to use it because it's in beta, and everybody uses OBS because supposedly it's the best. So here we are.
Yeah, but OBS is probably not as user friendly as the other one is.
It's not user
And
friendly at all.
but it's probably a lot more powerful and will do a lot more. So it's just a matter of learning it like any other program. It's like the stuff I've been trying to learn the last few days. I mean, I was up last night. I was gonna go to bed, but then I started messing with that thing and trying to learn a little bit, and I was up to like 3 something o'clock this morning playing
Well,
with that stupid
the
thing.
other day I streamed Rust because they had reset this. They reset the server, so I was trying to set it up. I was putting my new base and blah blah blah. And I'm here and I did a whole hour's worth of streaming and then went to upload onto YouTube and long and behold it was a whole hour of nothing but hearing me could you even hear me speak? I don't remember now. But the screen was black. I was like, what the living fries is that? So then I figured out that, hey, to be able to stream another game, you have to make another thing. So for every game has to have a video, what do you call that crap?
Like a profile.
It has to have its own thing, like game capture. So game capture, I have one now. I have one for Rust, and I have a game capture for 7 days. So if I want to play Arc, then I gotta open up Arc, hit game capture, name it game capture number 3, then um on the side it'll tell you, oh, what game you're trying to capture. It'll show up like in the scroll down window. It'll tell you. It'll show up there. So then you have to hit that, and it'll save it. So then when you hit that one, it'll you'll be able to stream Arc, and it's like, okay, this is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that streaming stuff I'm sure is not all that easy. But
But you
you
don't
know,
have
once you
to
get
do
used
this
to it,
on Twitch though. That's the whole thing. This is only on OBS because on Twitch Studios you don't have to go through that. Like you just start it and go live, and that's it. It captures the screen. Where in OBS you have to have a game capture for every single game that you play.
well, yeah, but OBS is used for more than
Yeah,
just
yeah, 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 yeah. It is.
streaming
It's used for a
games.
whole lot of things. It is.
It's used in
It's
video
multi. Yeah,
production
it's you.
and
It's a
all.
multi-platform.
It's used in all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff. Like I said, if
it's a multi-platform. It's for everything. You do everything on this thing.
yeah, if you learn that, I mean, you're golden because, like I said, that's what everybody uses. I mean, I don't know why. And I don't even stream it. I know that. Uh,
It's just a big curve, and I wasn't aware. Like
I
it's a
understand.
big learning curve for someone who's never like done that.
Right. Right. But I think probably once you get going, it'll probably have more things than just Twitch. I mean, as far as, but I'm impressed that you got the monitor hooked up. You should have
I
streamed that.
haven't. Um, yeah, that
Honestly,
would have been. People would have laughed at that because that was
I'm telling
ridiculously
you,
stupid. I was over
you,
here
you,
cursing the damn thing out. I was like, "Oh my god, you piece of crap! Why are you being so?"
if
If I went through all this shit and spent all these hours going back and forth to Best Buy, and now you're
I'm
not gonna fucking work, no.
I'm telling you, if you'd have made a video of you doing that, not knowing what you're doing, you would probably got a couple 100,000 hits.
It was.
People watch that.
I think it was hilarious. It was hilarious because it was like me going to Best Buy and it's like, okay, here we go. If this doesn't work, this is the last time. Been here 3 times, the last time. If it doesn't now, I'm returning this crap and I give up. And it is what it is. And then the whole
No,
way home, I was
you're
talking.
persistent.
I was
Like,
talking to myself, and I'm looking to the people that side. I'm like, yeah, you people probably think I'm freaking crazy looking at me in this car by myself, talking to myself. But right now,
uh,
I'm so pissed off. I don't even care.
but them are the videos that like get people watched. Honestly, I mean,
It was just stupid. It was stupid how and like I said, I stumbled on it by accident, which is how I do everything on this
you can,
computer because I have zero knowledge of computers.
but
Yeah,
that's
every
what's
time it breaks
great about it.
down, every time this
But
does
see
that, every time
that's
I
what that's what I'm saying. That's what's great about it because you don't know what you're doing, and you
no,
can
and it's
say,
just like
"I have no
because
idea what the hell
but
I'm doing,"
my thing is because I'm
and you do it
persistent.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
People watch that because they don't know how to do it either, and then they see you not knowing what you're doing and fumbling through it, and they'll just watch you.
because
I
I'm
mean,
persistent.
I watch a couple people like that.
I'm persistent.
I watch
I don't even though I say I'm gonna
there's
give up 100,000 times, I don't. I'm persistent because I don't know how to not how to just
there's
walk away from something that doesn't work. I don't know.
this little girl I watch that like reviews, like she kind of knows what she's doing, but she can only be like maybe 13 or 14 years old, but she like reviews like printers and small desktop CNCs and small desktop lasers, and
Listen,
she
she knows how
sounds
to
like a
do all that.
robot.
She knows how to do all that. But I don't even know what a CNC is.
Oh,
Okay,
it's like a printer. I
but
mean,
the thing
except
is
for
that
instead of having an ink cartridge on it, it's got a big like router type thing that spins a bit, or it doesn't necessarily have to.
the way I
Because like
look
your
at it is
Cricut
that,
was a CNC. The printer is
and
technically
they
a
sit
CNC.
on my shelf right next to me. I have a print. I have a Cricut, and I have the other one.
They're both CNC machines.
The I have
The
the something studio, whatever that's called.
and they have quite a bit of a learning curve.
They have a huge learning curve. That's why they both sit on my thing because I got one for my
But
birthday. No, I got one for Christmas, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, oh, the other studio one, which is a another brand, seems a lot easier. So I bought that one for myself. And I was like, this one's worse than the other one. I was like, so they're collecting dust brand new, never been used, sitting up on the shelf. Bought all this vinyl and shit. Crap is sitting up there, it's never being used.
oh, I got hundreds of dollars of vinyl laying around here. I actually use it sometimes, but
The way I
not in
look at
my
it, only two things are gonna happen.
I can fix it. I mean, I can use it. I just never find any reason to use it that often.
Yeah, I don't. I used to use it for like cut. I wanted to use it for like cutting vinyls and making my own dashboards and stuff for my planners, but dude, I can't figure it out. So it's like, okay,
I can figure out how to get it cut. My problem is I'm not
yeah, yeah.
that great with
I got it cut too. The thing is that I don't
trying to get it
really.
off that stupid tacky tape and onto whatever I'm trying to get it onto is another story.
Yeah, the thing is with that tacky tape that you put it on, once you get it off when you peel it off, that you put it on that transfer paper, you have to
Uh-huh.
look because some of that transfer paper is like extremely sticky. So you're not gonna put it down and remove that paper and it's gonna be like golden. No, you have to find the one. Either you smash it with your hand and take some of that tackiness away, so that when you do that on the transfer paper, it'll smoothly come off. Because if you don't, once you put it on the transfer paper, you're never gonna get it off in one piece. It's never gonna
Right.
happen.
What they told me to do was like to like put it on like a cloth or something to pick up the lint off the cloth,
You don't want to
like
do
a
that
bed sheet or something.
because if you do that, then it gets full of lint, and after a while, after one or two uses, it no longer sticks. What I do is I mash it with my hand. I put my hand on it and I keep patting it with my hand until it's not that sticky. But the way I look at it is this: it can't get any worse. I can't break it any. It can't get more broken than it already is. So that's how I fix things on computers. I just go here,
Well, like
there,
I
and the
said,
other. Usually, it always works. And even my son is like, how do
you should
you how do you
you
manage to end up where you end up,
you should
but
have
you fix the
streamed your
crap?
you should have streamed your quest to get get uh
Uh,
get Twitch on a second screen. Like you
Let
said,
me tell
that
you
would be
something. People don't want to.
that.
No, I would never because it's embarrassing. Because the tantrums that I throw are ridiculous. It's like
Yeah,
I think I
but
make jazz look
you know
like
what?
a piece of cake.
The tantrums you throw is what's gonna make you go viral. Who cares as long as, like I said, you get
Oh
enough
my
viewers. A
god!
lot of these people that have enough viewers actually make real money.
In here, it's like you fucking piece of shit. Why you being? And then I'm like, why is everything gotta be such a mission? Why can't anything in my life just go as planned or smoothly? Why is everything gotta be so hard? Why is it so difficult for me to be able to do one thing and not have to struggle through the process? I have a headache. That's how pissed I was. I'm sure at that point, if I would have taken my blood pressure or my heart rate, would have been like, "Lady, you need to calm your ass down before you actually give yourself a stroke."
I'm impressed because you did it, and that is not an easy task. I mean, it's just not.
It's not. It's not because it's
I mean,
hidden. It's hidden in shit that you wouldn't even. Where they send you to do it has
just the
nothing to do where the shit is gonna where you're gonna make it work.
well, I mean, just the cable part of it is a huge fucking pain in the ass because this cable don't work with that. This
No,
don't
no,
work
no.
with that. This and the
After I found the adapters and I was halfway home, I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck did I do?" I think I did the same shit that I did before, and it's not gonna freaking work. And I had to walk myself through the process. And I'm like, wait a minute. I stopped my car at a red light pulled out the boxes from the bag and was like, okay, so the HDMI that goes into my compute from my monitor goes into this one. This is going to go into the that one port, and then this VGA is going to go onto USB. The HDMI that's going to go to the back of the computer. It took me 20 minutes to figure that out because I kept saying, man, no, this is all wrong. I'm gonna have to turn back my ass back around and go back to the freaking thing and return it because this isn't gonna work. And so I finally figured that I was like, oh, you stupid ass, you're looking straight at it. Your HDMI will go into the hole, and that will be a monitor out port.
Yep.
And then the other one, the VGA is going to go into this, and then that was going to be converted to HDMI that can go to the back of your computer. I was like, because I kept saying, my computer monitor does not have
Well,
one of
see,
those ports.
it's
It's two HDMI's. I wasn't grasping the concept of what was
it
going
has
on.
it has one HDMI and a bunch of display ports, like 3 display ports.
Yeah. And my monitor, my original monitor has two HDMI and one VGA. And then the monitor that I found in the closet that's been there for God knows how many years now, just sitting there laughing, collecting dust bunnies,
I have a
was
couple of those.
it's just VGA. Oh no, it's VGA and DVID. Which
Oh,
if I would have seen known that,
you could have just got a
I could have just
DVID
I could have just got a DVID and cord, and it would have all been.
if you could have found a
No, I
DVID
did. I
cord.
had it in my
Oh,
hand.
oh wow.
I had it in
I
my hand. A
I
DVID,
didn't realize. Yeah, yeah.
straight
Only old
DVID. I
equipment
was
runs
like,
it.
but
Yep.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't
If
know
it
it
had,
had that.
yeah. Well, here's the problem with the DVI ports: is not all of them are DVI or DVID. Some of them are DVIA
No,
or DVI one point something
no,
or
that's the thing. When I
DVI.
went over there, the guy gave me the thing, and thank God, right before I paid for it, that I looked at, I was like, this isn't DVID, this is DVIA. I'm like, this is not gonna
Right,
work. So the guy that was there from the geek squad, I told him, is this gonna work? And he was like, let me. I was like, I have a picture. And he was like, you see how the ports are open? He was like, it would fit, except that you see how these pins are here. Yours doesn't have that, so no, it won't work. He was like,
right.
usually if it doesn't have all those extra pins, it would just work. He was like, but because it has the extra pins, it won't. So he was like, but we do have converters. And I was like, and then I was thinking, I was like, does that computer have a DVID on the monitor, or is it just straight VGA? And when I was plugging it into the VGA, I saw that it had. I was like, mother effer! If I would have known that shit, I would have just bought the cord and not spent $40.
Yeah, I didn't know it had a DVI D on the back of it.
Me, yeah, the back
They
of my
said,
computer has a DVID,
yeah, I know
but the
that. I
one
just
on the
didn't know about the
monitor
back.
that I found has it. I didn't know it had it. I thought it was just a VGA. I didn't know it had
Oh,
the DVID because if I would have known that, I would have just bought the cord and been golden. But I didn't. So I'm 3 trips later. I find out that hey, it does. I could have just bought the cord and I spent $40. But I didn't even know because
yeah,
isn't
because you
that
don't really
DVID like
know.
a new thing? And that's a
No, what
it's not.
happened was is when they were changing over from HDMI from VGA and DVI to HDMI, they were pissed because people were still using analog monitors, so they just started making stuff so it would no longer work with analog monitors, so you had to go out and buy a new monitor. And that's really what it was all about. Because the cable,
I heard
technically,
stone break.
to be quite honest, a DVI cable is identical electronically to an HDMI cable.
I see.
The connector's just been miniaturized and its shape's a little different, but
Yeah, and I was
they're
trying to cram that shit into the back of the new monitor, and I was like, why the fuck does this not fit? And I'm looking at him like, God damn it, it. And then I was like, I finally ripped it off my desk and flipped it upside down. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this is another HDMI port. So this motherfucker has two HDMI ports and a
Yeah,
B.
my one downstairs has two HDMI ports, and that's it. This one up here's got an HDMI and a display port.
No, this one doesn't have a display port at all. It just has a VGA and two HDMI, and the other one just has that DVID and that VGA.
I bought this monitor not too long ago. It's not that old.
That little monitor that I found, that must be like a 10 inch. A
Wow.
10? It's either a 10 inch or a 12. I
I
can't
got
really
a
tell you.
I
I
got
have
a
no idea what the hell it is.
I got a 12-inch downstairs I bought. Them things are expensive because they're used for certain applications, mostly for like what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
So they're
because for
kind of
what I
expensive.
have a small desk. My desk was bigger, but I gave a part of my desk to Jazz because I put her tiny desk in her closet so she can use it for crafts. And then I gave that long piece of my desk to her so that she could put her computer stuff on it. And then I
Oh, cool.
took an Alex drawer that I had and I put it between my wall and my desk to kind of extend my desk to make it a little bit longer. Of course, the Alex drawer is a little bit shorter than my freaking desk by like 4 inches, but this monitor is no, this is more than 10 inches. It's like I would say it's
Yeah,
about
you also
20.
could
It's
use
a
small
20.
old television sets too,
I think it's
or
a.
big
I think this is
television
a
sets.
20 inch, if I'm not mistaken.
It could be. 12 inch is pretty small, and 8 inch is so small that
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
this is a
tablet. It's
20
like phone
inch.
size anymore.
Yeah, this is like a 20 inch, I think. So yeah, it's whatever. And now these damn zombies are trying to get me shit. Okay, I gotta go get Jazz food.
I have
But
to go get my food before it gets cold. I'll be back.
all right, well, I'm gonna AFK right here, and then I'll be back.
I'm not in. I'm gonna eat, and then I'll be able to join. I'll be right back.